But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago.
Which one?
Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Therese?
So we're getting a history lesson. Hey guys, Zack Mars here and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. In the last episode, we infiltrated the pirates' hideout and found out a thing about our favorite captain, Trader Man. We also got a journal, so let's go check that out, shall we? Time to go. Yeah, we gotta head home, all the way home to go read it, but... Within that book were the records of a traveler, one who had journeyed to the far ends of the realm. Spellbound, Tressa forgot time and read every one of his adventures.
This world is brimming with treasures. And I know what I'm searching for is out there somewhere.
Interesting.
So, I'll set sail for the horizon. And the great big world beyond.
That settles it.
You're going north?
It's time I see the world.
What?
I'm going to leave Rippletide and become a traveling merchant. I'll see the world and have customers from every corner of the realm.
That's a brilliant idea.
Just think about what you're saying, dear.
I've...
Traveling merchant? I won't have it. You're not even a stationary merchant yet. You need at least 2 more years of stocking the store, and 3 years of working the shop front. That's 5 years before you're ready to go anywhere.
Sorry, Pa. My mind's made up. Besides, I'll get all kinds of training on the road.
She got a point there.
I had a feeling you'd say that. There's no point in trying to stop you now, Tressa. You have my blessing.
Alright.
Oh, darn! This is our little girl you're talking about.
I know. But I had a feeling this day would come. She is her father's daughter, after all.
Yeah, you got a point there.
In the end, being a good merchant boils down to experience. That's just what you'll find out there.
Huzzah!
Go and see the world, Tressa, until your heart's content.
I understand, but I can't help but worry, Tressa.
Eh,
Do take care of yourself out there, won't you?
I will, Ma. You're
Be strong,
worrying a lot.
And may the sacred flame light your path.
Interesting. So there's
Thanks,
their
Mom.
belief system there.
Thanks, Pa.
There's your belief system.
I'm sorry for leaving.
It's fine, maybe.
But I'll come back one day, and you'll see just how much I've learned.
We wouldn't know what to do if you didn't. After all, you're our #1 employee.
Oh. Bye, Mom. Bye, Pa.
She'll be back one day, and she will see the world. Danger level 1.
This journal? The author only filled half the pages. The other half is still blank.
You're gonna fill it, right?
Guess I'll just have to pick up where he left off. I'll write down everything. I won't leave any stone unturned.
Alright.
From the next chapter on, this will be my story.
Alright. Go, Tressa. Huzzah!
I'll travel far and wide and journey on until every last page is filled.
Time to go
I
forward.
don't know what lies beyond the horizon. There's only one way to find out.
Yep. Only one way.
Ripple Tide.
But where are we going, though?
My adventures as a merchant are just beginning. I'll start by following in the footsteps of a nameless traveler
Okay.
and journey far, far beyond.
Alright. Before you continue your journey across the stair, there are 7 others who await you. Why not venture out and find them? Together you can defeat even the greatest foes. Alright. The monster came out of nowhere, and it got me in the leg. I can hardly put any weight on it. I hate to be bothered, but do you have a healing grape to spare? Phew, it feels good to be back on my feet. I can't thank you enough. I'd have been done for if you hadn't come along. My name's Kit. I'm on a journey to find my father. He disappeared when I was just a boy. Are you on a journey too? Perhaps our paths too will cross again someday. Be safe, and may your travels bring you all that you seek. Side stories. There are people who need your help across this era. There may be more than one way for you to help solve the problems. And there we go. That's a bit far away. You know what? Let's go counterclockwise.
Ready or not, here I come. Let's do this. Yeah! Let's do this. Let's do this. I won't hold back.
There we go.
Let's do
These things are tough.
Let's my turn now. What to do?
There we go.
You got more than you bargained for.
We're level 5 now. And my camera shut off. Alright. Let's go north. I've already fought this guy.
Do? Let's do this.
There we go.
Time to close up shop.
All right.
Step right up.
New enemy.
My turn now. What to do?
All right, it's back on its feet.
My turn. What to do?
All right, come on.
What to do? Here I go.
Gone.
How's that?
Save here.
Ready or not, here I come. What to do? Here. Here I go.
There we go.
Time to close up shop.
Northward. Aha! We have found it!
Step right up. Here I go.
There we go. Found what they're weak to.
Let's do this. Here I go. Let's do. My turn now.
There we go.
Here.
Alright. Oof. Alright, there we go.
Got more than you bargained for.
Take the treasure. There we go. Found your weakness.
Let's do this! My turn next! I won't hold back! Here!
Aha! Got you.
How's that?
Oh, yes!
I plan on studying hard and becoming a scholar.
Whoa.
Hey, look at this. I found a huge egg just laying around. Isn't it amazing?
Hello there.
The royal palace is just this way north of here. Alright. Yes, I think I know now who stole that tome. Perhaps I should go have a little chat with him, just to make sure we all understand one another. His name is Cyrus, and he is a scholar. This is Astalam, nestled in the fertile plains of the Flatlands. It is home of the Royal Academy, where many a scholar studies night and day to bring the light of knowledge to the royal family and all of the realm. He passes his days in the halls of the great library, devouring tomes to his heart's content. It is in that library where he learns of a grievous theft, certain that one of his fellow scholars is the culprit. Cyrus sits alone to confront the man. In his shadowy, subterranean study, he will need wise allies on the path he has chosen. Party members, find comrades and add them to your party. Complete chapter 1 of their story and they will join you on your journey. After chapter 1, you can change your party members at the tavern. Take Cyrus a long travel and other areas may be restricted until you complete certain tasks. It is the beginning of their tale. Yes, let's do this.
And so it was that Atlasdam was founded some 2 centuries ago.
Interesting.
Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera.
Huh.
But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago.
Which one?
Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Therese?
So we're getting a history lesson here.
I think it was...
Now. No need to get all flustered. There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn. The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see.
Doodly-doo, waiting for an answer.
Hornburg?
That is correct.
Yay! She got it.
Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family, said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlasdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands.
Interesting.
Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
Oh, she's a princess.
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
Correct you are, Your Highness.
Of course, she's a princess. She has to know these things.
It was a time of great strife here in the Flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war. Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago.
Interesting.
At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe.
Interesting.
Oh, but look at the time. We'll pick up where we left off next time. Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture.
All right.
And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
All right.
Yes, Professor. Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
So he's a private tutor of sorts.
Hello?
Ah, Professor Albright. Mercedes from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today is your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter their special archives.
Splendid!
Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I'd best make haste. Alright, well, let's go see this Royal Library. So he's a royal tutor of sorts.
Oh.
That explains why he was hanging around the palace.
Professor Albright.
Oh, thank heavens you're still here. I thought I had missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
The truth of the matter
If you can
is...
spare time, I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course!
But of course, Your Highness, it would be my pleasure to answer anything.
Mm-hmm.
After all, my role as your tutor is important to me in any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is the question a quick one?
Indeed.
Yes, Professor. It will not take long. I was just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what did they worship?
Very astute of you.
A very astute question, Your Highness. However, I fear that nearly all the texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell. I see. A shame that. Yes.
The truth.
I do,
is-
however, have a theory of my own. I believe that the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. Mind you, this is not an idle speculation. My theory is based on the fact that... Oh, Therese might like her teacher. Let's continue the discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor.
With pleasure.
No need for apologies, and it would be my pleasure, Your Highness. That such questions occur to you in a sign of sharp and curious mind.
Why, thank you.
Your lectures on the history of the realm are most fascinating to me. For if I do not learn our past, how will I hope to lead my people to a bright future? A good question.
Indeed.
A most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one such wisdom and kindness. As I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve in some small way. You are far too kind, Professor Albright. I am proud to be your student.
Ah,
Oh dear, I'm running late.
good day.
Pray do not forget your assignment, Your Highness.
Farewell.
Of course, Professor.
Ah,
Oh,
Therese.
hello there, Therese.
Yes.
Do you have a question for me as well?
No.
I mean, no. Good day, Professor. Oh, so shy and awkward. let's see where we have to go.
It's me, Cyrus.
Good day, Mercedes. Cyrus Albright here to browse the special archives. Oh, Professor Albright, you're looking quite eager today.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that an original copy of The Church of the Flame, a complete history, had been donated to our archives, I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of our collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure.
Something amiss?
Actually,
For someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy, when you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. Huh, well, you put it that way, yes. Much as a child is fascinated by a new toy. I am titillated by this prospect of acquiring new knowledge.
I see.
Right, the expression on your face says it all. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, my dear. I most certainly will. Uh-oh. And this is where you...
Here.
How odd. The tome is nowhere to be found. Someone stole it. And that's where he meets Tressa. Did someone return it to the wrong shelf? Not here either.
An interesting
These archives
dilemma.
are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could it have gone?
Professor Albright!
Professor Albright, the headmaster would like to see you at once. Of all the times to... Oh, well, might I ask you a favor? What might it be?
The truth
The
is...
tome I mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me?
I see.
Missing? Huh. I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, my dear. Alright. So it's gone missing. Someone's definitely stole it.
Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
I didn't even need to say anything.
Do enter. My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives. The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure.
Oh dear.
It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
Well, I can see why you would be pissed.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing. That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone.
But that goes against everything...
Enough, Cyrus!
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears. The Headmaster sees knowledge as a medal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone. Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That's a good question.
That is all. You may go.
Wait. There was one last thing.
Uh-oh.
Sir?
I heard the Special Archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Closing early.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer. Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
Enter.
Uh-oh. Who's this?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, Headmaster?
What's the matter?
Yes? What is it, Therese? It's about Professor Albright, sir. Alright. Well, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Alright, well, this is getting interesting. Alright, so I think what I want to do is I want to go in a counterclockwise order, get everything. I should be able to fast travel to places. To important I think I can fast travel to important locations. I would need to figure that out, but... Well, there's Ulbrich. He's going to be the last one. I think he'll be the last character. Alright, I want to go around in a circle. What I want to do is I want to go around in the circle, get everybody first, and then start working on each of their individual chapters. Yeah, I think that's that might be what I want to do. Because I think once we have everybody, we can just fast travel wherever we want. But I'm not entirely sure on that. For right now, though, I think I am going to leave it here. We're going to need to earn some... We're going to need to earn some levels on Cyrus, though. But we can do that in the next episode. But for right now, I think I'm just going to leave it here. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit that like and the subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!